Welcome to today's Explainer. We're cracking open the playbook of a guy who has literally mastered the art of making money online, Aurelian Amaker. If you're trying to figure out how to generate your first 1,000 euros on the internet, well, you're in exactly the right place. Listen, Aurelian isn't just throwing theories around. He's got over a decade of internet marketing experience, he's generated millions in revenue, and he's actually the founder of Systeme.io. But before we get into the weeds, we need to establish one crucial ground rule right now. Generating online income doesn't require you to invent some magical, never-before-seen solution. You don't need a secret shortcut. What it actually requires is picking a proven path and, well, doing the work. We're tossing out those overnight success myths today. Instead, we're going to look at the exact step-by-step strategies he used and teaches. So, let's dive right in.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The basics, choosing your niche. 2. Method 1, the classic path. 3. Method 2, high-ticket offers. 4. Method 3, simplified affiliates. And finally, 5. The golden rule, take action.
All right, section 1, the basics, choosing your niche.
So the big takeaway here is that you absolutely do not need a crazy disruptive idea to succeed. Actually, scratch that. Trying to invent a completely new market when you're just starting out is usually a straight-up recipe for failure. You really just need to find an existing market where people are already spending money to solve their problems. You gotta look at where the money is already flowing. Think about the proven themes in 2 massive categories: money and health. People are actively throwing money at solutions for starting a business, getting a job abroad, fixing their personal finances, or losing weight. And hey, if you see a lot of competitors, that's actually a fantastic sign. It means there's a validated, hungry audience just waiting to buy.
Now, if finance or health really just isn't your jam, don't worry. You can look at deeply personal areas like relationships, spirituality, or skills. People spend vast amounts of cash to learn new languages, figure out how to get their ex back, improve their public speaking, or even learn how to read tarot cards. The real secret here is to pick a niche from these proven lists that you actually have a genuine interest in. Because if you actually like the topic, the work isn't going to feel like a grind, and your audience will totally feel that authentic enthusiasm. That brings us to section 2, method 1, the classic path.
You can think of this as the slow but steady route. It's exactly how Aurelian started his career, building an audience entirely from scratch. But it also highlights where most beginners completely drop the ball. A classic website or a blog, it only converts visitors into email subscribers at a tiny rate, like 0.5% to 5%. Why? Because there are just way too many distractions. You've got menus, sidebars, social links. It's a mess. Compare that to a squeeze page. A squeeze page strips away literally everything except a really compelling offer and an email capture form. And because of that, it converts at a massive 20 to 60%. You hand them a free guide, they hand you their email. Boom, no distractions. If you want to hit that first milestone of 1,000 subscribers, you absolutely must use a squeeze page.
Okay, so you've got those 1,000 subscribers. Now what? Well, you don't just guess what they want to buy, you send them a simple survey and hit them with a golden question. You ask, what is your biggest frustration when it comes to, and then insert your niche. So something like, what is your biggest frustration when it comes to learning the guitar? Listen, people will gladly pay you to solve their problems. And the more urgent and painful the problem is, the easier it is for you to sell them the solution. But here's the real magic. It's all about what you do with those survey answers. Don't just skim them. Read them closely and pull out the exact emotional words they're using. Aurelian actually did this. He noticed his audience kept using the word confidence when talking about trying to speak English. So what did he do? He named his course Speak English with Confidence. He mirrored their exact desire right back to them. And here's another pro tip. Pre-sell your course. Please don't spend months building a product in a vacuum. Offer it at an early bird discount to your list first. If they buy it, boom, demand is validated. Then you can go ahead and create the content week by week. It totally eliminates the risk of building something nobody even wants. Moving right along to section 3, method 2, high-ticket offers. If the classic path sounded a little too slow for you, this is the fast track. This method completely bypasses the need for a massive email list, and honestly, you don't even need to create a product or a course beforehand. The whole strategy revolves around offering people in your niche a completely free, highly valuable 30-minute consultation call. You are not pitching them. You're just genuinely offering to help them clarify their goals. And if they jump on the call, you simply walk them through a specific script. Let's break down the mechanics of that script because it's pretty brilliant. It's really just 3 main questions. Question 1. If we were having this conversation 3 years from now,
what has to have happened for you to feel totally happy with your professional and personal life? This gets them visualizing their ideal future. We'll call that point A. Question 2 asks them what steps they think are actually required to get there. And then question 3 brings them crashing right back to reality. What risks or obstacles are preventing you from reaching these goals? That's point B. By doing this, you've just helped them clearly define exactly what their pain is and exactly where they want to go.
Now, this taps into the real psychology of high-ticket sales. Forget the stereotype of the pushy, fast-talking salesperson. A true master of sales is actually a master listener. When you're on this call, your only job is to let them talk. Take notes, let them pour it all out, and when they finish, you just repeat their emotional words back to them and ask, is there anything else? Trust me, people love to be heard. Once they've laid out all their obstacles, if and only if you genuinely believe you have the skills to help them cross that bridge, you simply say, I can help you with that, and present your premium offer. Fun fact, Aurelian used this exact method to sell his first 2 coaching packages for $6,000 each. All right, on to section 4, method 3, simplified affiliates. So this is what we call the easy route. If you have zero desire to create your own products or hop on sales calls, you can simply promote other people's proven products and take a cut of the revenue. But a quick warning, there is a huge trap that beginners fall into with traditional networks. Take Amazon, for example. It's the oldest, sure, but their commissions on physical products are tiny. We're talking 0.5 to 12%. You'd need massive volume to make any real money. Then you've got ClickBank for digital products. It's better, but the interface is super dated, and worse, the tracking is weak. What usually happens on ClickBank is you send a lead, they buy a cheap item, you get paid once, and then the product creator takes that customer's email and sells them high-ticket items for years, and you get absolutely nothing. You completely lose out on the lifetime value of that lead. And that is exactly why the system you use matters so much. When you promote modern software like System.io, the affiliate tracking is ironclad, and it lasts for life. Just think about this scenario. You send a promo email to a guy named Bob. Bob opens it at his desk at work and signs up using his corporate email address. Fast forward 6 months, Bob is sitting on his couch, scrolling on a smartphone, and he finally decides to buy a premium subscription. But this time, he uses his personal Gmail account. With most networks, you'd lose that connection entirely. But System.io's robust backend tracking actually ensures that sale is still credited to you, even 6 months later, on a completely different device and a different email. That's a real game changer. And the payoff for that crazy good tracking? 40%. You get a massive 40% lifetime recurring commission for promoting their software. Literally every single month that customer pays, you get a check. Plus, they have a second-tier structure. That means if you refer another affiliate, you make 5% of their commissions too. Since you don't have to handle product delivery, refunds, or customer support, this is pretty much the lowest possible barrier to entry for generating true passive income online. Which brings us to our final stop, Section 5, the golden rule, take action. Look, you can consume all the explainers and visual guides on the internet, but knowledge without execution is entirely useless. If you want to actually generate that first 1,000 euros, you have to step way out of your comfort zone. To succeed, you gotta embrace the rule of 10. In the online business world, if you launch 10 products or initiatives, generally speaking, 2 are going to be massive smash hits, 6 will be just kind of average, and 2 will be flat-out absolute failures. And here's the kicker. You literally cannot find those 2 massive successes without taking massive action and pushing your way through the failures. You have to fail fast to find what actually works for your specific audience. So it all just comes down to making a decision. When we look at this side-by-side summary of the 3 paths, you've got options. The classic method, it's slower. It requires building an email list and pre-selling a course, but it builds incredible long-term equity. The high-ticket method, super fast, requires 0 product, but you've got to be bold enough to jump on sales calls. And the affiliate method is the simplest of all. No product, no support, so you can focus 100% of your energy purely on marketing. And that brings us to our final thought. The roadmap to your first 1,000 euros online isn't some hidden mystery anymore. We've laid it all out right in front of you. The only variable left in this equation is you. Stop overthinking the perfect logo or the perfect domain name. Pick a niche where people are already spending money. Choose the one method out of these 3 that best fits your current reality and take action today. So, which of these 3 paths are you going to commit to right now to finally step out of your comfort zone? The choice is entirely yours. Go make it happen.